Yeah, Facebook. Ngizibona kaloku. Okay. I hope it's better when it's check it out.
Just got a bit dark.
Okay.
We live.
Happy Sunday. Hi. I'm late. I'm not a bit late. I'm very late. Thank you to everyone who is already here. Welcome to Sunday Motivation.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah. The
Sunday
name
inspiration.
The name of the show. No, my love, I have a name. I have to remember it. I forgot my name.
I am is awareness.
No, the name of the show. The name, Kalok, this is a show.
Oh, you're talking a lot about today's.
No, I'm not talking about today's topic. Hello, Nomta. But the name of the show is Monday. It's Monday Motivation.
Yes.
It's Monday Motivation. On Tuesday is Transformational Tuesday. Yeah, something like that. Hello, Molweni guys. I'm so grateful that we are here, that we made it. Yes, sometimes on Sundays you're just feeling like chilling out. Hello, Ndazwa. Thank you, Sisi, for joining me. And hopefully someone is tagging. But I'm very grateful for the people that are here. Thank you very much to the new members. Hello, Zanele. To the new members, I welcome you guys. Thank you for joining this group. This group is all about knowing who you are, knowing the person that you were created to be, like literally, because for the longest time I grew up not knowing who I am, not knowing the power of my thoughts, my power, or the power of my words, like just me, how the universe works. So in this group, you will hear things like that on how the laws of the universe, and how you use your words, you use your thoughts. In this group, we are no longer victims. We take accountability for our lives. We do. I do not either. There's no shame. There's no, no, we take accountability. We understand that whatever that has happened, I was in that vibrational frequency. I was there. It was me. I attracted that, and you take accountability, and it's okay. Yeah. So welcome also, my husband.
Hi guys. How are you today?
Yes.
Good to be back.
Yeah. He was a bit lazy to come today. I was like, I was. Yeah, you start threatening.
I had a lot to do.
I was like, I was like, I was in. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining. So the topic of today is I am is awareness. The topic of today is I am is your awareness. Is your awareness is so important. That's why I think today I had a post asking them, what is your I am? I was probing them, because sometimes people don't think about these things. They do not think that their situations, their lives, people that they have attracted, it was formed by your I am, the conviction of yourself. So I am is your own awareness. I like this. There's a quote by Joseph Murphy from Power of the Subconscious Mind. I love this quote. I always say it. He says, for the conviction of yourself, the opinion of yourself will determine your expression in life. For your conviction of yourself, the opinion of yourself will determine your expression in life.
Yeah.
That one.
Powerful.
Every time I read that, I'm like, oh. So it's the conviction of myself. It's the opinion that I have of myself.
Yeah.
All this time I thought, no, it's just who do you say you are for the I love this, guys. Write this thing down. Hello, Coach Mbo. Write this thing down. For the conviction of yourself, for the opinion of yourself will determine your expression in life. That's how it takes. That's all. Your I am. That's why I asked you, hello, Coach Malebo. That's why I asked you, what is your I am? What is your awareness of being? Tell me your I am, because your conviction in life, your opinion, what you, that unconscious, subconscious thought you have of about yourself will determine your expression in life. Hello, Sinalo.
Yeah.
I was like, life is so, when it's like, then it means I can design my own life. I can say, these are the I ams that I am willing to tolerate in my life. Hello, Zippo. These are the I ams that I am willing to tolerate. That's why it's so important. It's so important to know, to check your I ams.
Yeah.
To check your I ams, because that conviction of yourself, the things that you say you are.
Yeah.
No, I'm a person, guys, I'm a person of diabetes. I am sick. I am your opinion of yourself.
It demands your expression in life. Yeah. I think before we learned what I am really is, and it really means in our lives, we have been victims of our own selves. A lot of people are victims of themselves, and they think they are victims of circumstance. They think they are victims of the world. They're victims of the devil. They're victims of God's punishment. You name whatever you want to name under victimization mindsets that people have. But we honestly have been victims of ourselves, victims of our I am. And I remember growing up in Tanzania, in school, you walk into a classroom and people start laughing. They're not even laughing at you.
Yeah.
You kind of
just, you get triggered.
Upset or triggered, and you think they're laughing at me. But all the things that are going to come up, the list of things that you are inconfident about, are your I ams.
Yeah.
Those are the things that you say about yourself. I'm not confident because I don't think I'm dressed up well today. I don't think my hairstyle, I don't think I look good enough to be, in front of a classroom full of other pupils, and all those kinds of things that we grew up having, insecurities we had.
Yeah.
All those were drawing from our I am.
Yes.
Now, once you change your I am, and you make sure whatever you put behind the statement I am is what you want to happen in your life. Now it starts molding your, the way you see yourself, your awareness of being. It starts molding your awareness of, because every one of us, whether we know it or not, we have an awareness of being. Awareness of being.
Yeah.
What I am aware of myself to be. Now, no one can ever exceed the limitations they put upon themselves.
Yeah. No.
No one can exceed. Even God can only help you to the level that you limit yourself. Your limitation is the world's limitation for you, not for someone else.
Yes.
Whether you believe in the devil, you believe in witchcraft, that the Makelwane is jealous and he's got witchcraft, a whole lot of things that are personal limitations that people use upon themselves. All those things are drawn from your I am.
Yeah. And there's this quote. So I am is your awareness. It's your consciousness, it's your thoughts. So it all comes back to that. It's your awareness, it's your thought. The in the Bible, I like what Moses, Moses, when he was asked by Pharaoh, who sent you? He said, so Moses said, I am has sent me.
Yes.
I am has sent me, and I am has sent me. And I forgot this quote. Moses said, who I
Yes, he said, I am has sent me.
Yes, yes. So his own awareness, his own consciousness has sent him. And even in the beginning said there was a word. Yes. And word was God, and word was with God, and without the word, nothing was formed. So the word, your affirmation of yourself, the affirmation, I am, God is, the name of God actually is I am.
Yes.
That's what Moses was trying to say here. Moses was saying that I am has sent me. So your I am, because you are a creator of your life. Your I am of the things that you are conscious of will become your experience in life. So it's so important. In the beginning, everything was created by the word. Nothing, word becomes flesh. Word, the thing that you say and you think, no, I'm just saying, your word will become flesh. It's so important. And that's why, guys, I kind of stopped praying. I was like, you are praying. Because, when you pray, well, what I noticed about praying, it's so important. Stop praying problems, because you are saying problems. Because when I prayed, guys, I would tell God, like, God, please give me money. Please give me, please heal my, I'm sick. You tell God all your problems. You are praying your problems. But when you are affirming your problems. You are saying, I am sick. I am broke. I am. So when I stop this consciousness of stop affirming your problems, people who pray, they pray the problems. That's the thing. They affirm the problems. But when I found about affirmations, that affirmations, it's you convincing yourself. When definition of affirmation, when you affirm, you are convincing yourself, because trust me, God already knows that you are worthy of that thing. You are very worthy of it. It's just you. It's you are holding yourself back. So when you affirm, you are bringing yourself back. You are telling your mind that these are my identity. Your I am is your identity.
Yes.
What you affirm yourself to be will become your identity. It's so important to affirm. What you say, affirmation is what you say about yourself within yourself. It's because we forget who we are. We forget who we are. The circumstances that we grew around, we think they define us. So if I was raised by a single mother, my mother got divorced. So for me, that could have been my I am, that I am from a broken family. That could have been my I ams. But because I was like, my past does not determine my future, I'm going to choose my future by choosing my I ams. Because guys, the way you grew up, it will have an effect in your life unless you start choosing your affirmation. It's so important, because people they think, no, I'm just I'm just gonna pray and then God is gonna change my life. God, things are already in place. It's just you are holding yourself back from that's why it's so important to say your affirmation. Is so important to tell look yourself in the mirror and say your affirmations, because if you don't do that, your life will keep recycling being the same thing.
No, that's very powerful, my love. It's very powerful. It's very key to understand how you see yourself. To realize, because we all have an image of ourselves. The power of I am lies within the study called self-awareness psychology. The awareness of knowing who you are. It's a psychology, because it's very deep how you see yourself. There are beliefs that you have about yourself. There are limitations that you have about yourself, and all those things are driving how you see yourself and how you see the world and what happens to you and what does not happen to you. Everything that happens to us is purely coming from how we see ourselves. There are certain blessings that, are lined up at certain times in our lives that we unconsciously sometimes we propel certain blessings and we attract certain blessings, but we tend to reject those blessings when we do not have a good in that area of that blessing. That's why people, sometimes they get a good job and they lose that job. Or they get demoted, they lose the benefits, they lose the money. And it's a cycle, an unending cycle that keeps happening. They get a lot of money and they lose the money.
Michael Beckwith,
Yes.
Michael Beckwith says, you will never keep anything you are not willing to become vibrationally with.
Yes.
If you are not a match for that thing, if you're not a match with the money that you want, if you are not willing to become it and say, I am successful in everything that I do, become successful, everything that I touch. You see yourself that everything that you touch, everything that you do, you will never keep anything. You might get it, but you will never keep anything that you are not willing to become vibrationally. That's why it's important to affirm yourself, man. Affirm yourself, man.
Yes.
Yay. Sikhuliswa ukuthi don't tell yourself that I am wealthy, I am healthy. Because the problem is really people, when I stopped, that unworthiness. That's why sometimes I'm very scared when I talk about, that's why guys, when I talk about grace, by God's grace, I don't like things like that, because when you're going to say by God's grace, it means I was not worthy.
Yeah. No, that's one of the reasons we moved away from Christianity. And I know a lot of people keep asking us, what are you guys? Because now we have, all our roots were in Christianity. But just to give you a bit of a hint on what my wife is saying. The theory, or rather the theology, the teaching about grace is more about degrading the image you have about yourself than it is about uplifting God. And I know it's a great shock for abantu who believe in grace, who have been saved by grace and all that. But it's more because God does not need any lifting up anymore. He's where He is, He's who He is who we are.
You don't need
the fact that He created us in His image and He lives within us. He's not up in the sky, He's right here with us. Now, He does not need to be lifted anywhere else. This is the highest position He can be. He is in you, He is in me, He is in all of us. The amazing wonder, which is just basic things, if you want to understand the upliftment of God, uplift yourself. The basic things, you look at your flesh, your body heals itself. You've got an amazing, factory here that produces things that even, science is still struggling to understand how the heart keeps pumping blood continually, whether you are aware or not. The bladder, the liver, everything is in operation. So when you take away that understanding of grace, move away, guys, from this thing of saying, I've got things. Because what grace really meant, I've been a Christian like all of my life.
You don't deserve it.
It means you don't deserve it. It means you got it by mistake. You are just like that woman in the Gospels that says, I'm like the dog. Give me the crumbs because I'm not worthy of that. It's like some of the teachings that you find in the Bible are really questioning. If these things were not put in just to degrade the mindset of people.
Guys, no.
Were they originally part of the scriptures and all those things?
And that's why people are not attracting the things that they want, because they unconsciously, they were raised to believe that they are unworthy. It's God's grace. So it means when someone says, when you give me something and I say thank you, and you say no, it was grace, so it means I didn't deserve it. It means
I could have given it to someone else and you have no right to complain about it.
Yes, so you can give me anything.
So it wasn't really meant for you originally. That's what grace means.
Guys.
And I was one of the best teachers when it comes to grace, unmerited favor. I would try to explain it as if now you have to merit things.
You don't have to
our
merit.
Children, they've got to, there's nothing they must do to inherit to be our children.
Yeah.
There's nothing they have to do to inherit a breakfast meal, a lunch meal, a dinner meal.
They deserve.
They were born for that. They were born into
it's their
this.
birthright.
It's their birthright. So get rid of the grace theory and teaching if you want to succeed.
Yeah.
We tried so many things, but with that mindset of grace, God is saying, it's not mine. I'm just taking the crumbs, from the falling from the table, sitting with the dogs. Those who read the Bible know which scripture I'm quoting. I don't even want to refer you there because I'm giving you now another. Don't even read that. That's a bad affirmation about yourself.
No.
So what's important, guys, about today's topic, I am is awareness.
Yes.
Is your awareness.
Yeah, it's how you see yourself. It's how you think of yourself.
I want to narrate a small story.
Okay.
A small story of something that really happened. This certain farmer walked through his farm one time, and he came across a pumpkin patch where he's planted pumpkins, and before he got to the pumpkin patch, he picked up a glass jug.
Okay.
And when he got to the pumpkin patch, something in him just intrigued him to just push that glass jug over one of the pumpkins without breaking the vine of that pumpkin, so that it continues growing. So he just did that as just playing, walking through, checking his stuff, and he walked through the farm. Months later, during harvest time, he happened to come across that pumpkin patch as his workers were busy, reaping. And what he saw was quite funny. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze.
Okay.
What he found is all the other pumpkins around that one pumpkin that he has shoved a glass jug on had grown like 5, 7, 10 times bigger.
Okay.
But that particular pumpkin had grown up to the size of the jug.
Okay. So it was.
And it had taken the shape of the jug. So there it was, sitting with a funny looking shape that no pumpkin looks like. But it had grown to that amount and it could not grow any further.
Okay.
So when the farmer cut the vine and he broke the glass, he held in his hand a funny looking pumpkin that had been limited. Everyone else around that pumpkin, every other thing around that pumpkin was like 7 to 10 times bigger than it was.
So it was limited.
Now, the shape or the glass jar represents our I ams, our awareness of being, how we see ourselves. That's what the shape of the glass jar represents. Of course, we are not pumpkins who have been shoved into a glass, but we shove ourselves into the glasses of our I ams. Of I come from a poor family. Other people have got, when we talk about I ams, other people have got great I ams, by the way.
Oh, yes.
That's why children, in most times, children of the rich become rich.
Yeah.
Same application, children of the poor tend to become poor until they change their I ams. So it's important, guys, to not limit, because you can only grow to the limitations that you impose on yourself. You will never, I promise you, no person has ever outgrown their personal limitations. No devil, no demon, no witch, no person, even not God, cannot limit you, can hold you to a limitation. Because the beautiful thing about God is that God has created us to oversee everything, to be gods over everything. Those who read the scripture will know of a verse in Genesis 1 verse 26. Let us create in our image, let us make in our image man in our own likeness, in our own image. Let them have dominion. Dominion is kingship. Let them become kings. And everything that is in the universe is mentioned under that dominionship of ours. So to even believe that God wants you to be limited and to become poor, to be sick, to not be married, to not be rich. I don't want to be too rich in case I do not love God enough. All those I ams that have been defining our parents and were passed over to us and from our teachers. So we need to rid ourselves of those I ams and move forward with an I am that is what you want.
And there are those I ams that are very subtle. Like you can almost not like sense them. For instance, when you want to buy something, sense that. Like what happens in your mind? I don't have enough. You think about the times that you bought something and you didn't have, like you can see that, your I am is in a poverty mindset where you think you're gonna run out. When you buy, you think you're gonna run out. That's an I am. When you are in a relationship and you're so happy, you're like, ooh.
When is something going
and you're like,
gonna happen?
That's your I am. That's your I am, ne? By the way, that is your I am. When every time you attempt something and there's this thing, just know, so this is my I am. So this is the belief I have about myself in that thing. And you need to correct it, because there's no, as I said on my last live, let's not have the same problems. Like when you were 20, you had the same problem. When you were 30, you will still have the same problem. When you are 40, no, it means you are not dealing with your I am. It's so important because your I am goes with the feeling, and we know that feeling is the secret, is to what. That's what we create with. When you feel like when you're gonna buy something and something like this happens, so you believe that you always run out, and you will always run out. It doesn't care. Even Lotto can give you 20 million.
Yeah, that my love, by the way.
Yeah.
The reason a lot of people who have been winning Lotto, and other people believe Lotto is evil because you become worse than you were before you won. There's nothing wrong with a lot of money. If you get a lot of money and you have a right I am, it will stay with you.
Yeah.
And if you have a good I am about money, because that's another important thing. Your relationship you have with money is your I am about money. I am rich, or I am in debt. I'm broke, I run out of money, all those things. When money, abanye can buy what their statements, their I ams about money. When I get money, it always goes through my fingers, before I know it. And they will try all kinds of things. They try traditional help, they slaughter cows, but it all stems down into I am.
What is your conviction of yourself?
About money,
is
about
your
life.
It's so important because, God dwells on us by thoughts, the power of thoughts. So your I am is accompanied by that. So it's so important. It's important to learn to pray, right, guys? If you are a person that likes to pray, just see those prayers. Make sure that you are not affirming the opposite of what you do not want. Just make sure that you are not saying the opposite of what you do not want, because many people who pray, they pray from the victim consciousness. Well,
and they affirm,
God help me, my life is happening to me and all that.
How long did we do that?
Yes. If you are praying from that, if you are praying from a victim consciousness where you believe that you are a victim, you will stay a victim, because there's nothing God can ever help you with if you do not have an opinion about yourself. If you don't believe that I am healthy, I deserve, I am worthy to have the things that I want, I deserve the things that I want, I am worthy for love, I am worthy for joy, I am worthy. It's so important, guys. Write worthy. Even before you write your affirmation, say I am worthy. I am, because most of the people, they don't get stuff because they secretly, unconsciously think they are not worthy. Everything, the condition, the people, the situation, they have came upon us by your word. So take responsibility. Everything that is happening, it was the conviction of yourself. It was the opinion of yourself. Everything that is happening around you, the things that you have, the cars that you have, everything, the people that you have, those were the opinion about yourself. Tony Robbins says this in an amazing way. He says, everyone gets their standard. People get their standard, guys. Abantu, they have standard. Hey man, they get away. There are people, there are people who have a standard to have a car, like beautiful cars, and they will be living in a small house, and
they will have 7 cars.
They have 7 bands.
No parking space.
They don't have any garage. They have nothing. But their standard of life. Tony, I love this. He says, everyone gets their I am. Make it, if they get their must, make it a must.
Yeah.
Whatever you want in your life, make it. This is me. This is me.
And we always get our must.
You will.
Our maybes, our I'd like to have it. Those things don't really come. But whenever we make it a must, it becomes part of our life. It has to, ain't choice. It has to come.
You don't get your should, your should. I should have money. I should have a husband. You don't get your should, but your must. You say, this is me. This is my identity. I always have money. I always pay things, my creditors on time. I always buy things on cash. If it becomes your I am, guys, I know people who always have ways to make money. We went the other time to a friend's, it was a pool party, and they are so agitated that why these people, this Amazon guy, why do they have so much money? Why do they have so much money and other people are struggling? And I said to her, and I was like, it's because for them that's their must. That is their must. That is their I am. And it doesn't matter, even if that money they will give it back, they will find a way to
that money will find
its way to them because it's a must for them. It's a must that they make money. It's a must for you. Will never. Success is not coincidental. It does not just interrupt you. It doesn't interrupt you. Even when you want to lose weight, you have to start identifying yourself as this person. If you want to start running, you want to start jogging, you must identify yourself. That must become your I am. It's so important. And I always there are I ams that I like to say that I feel like they don't contradict with what is happening. You can say, in every day, in every way, I'm being prospered in all of my interest. Everyone, everything and everyone prospers me now. Those things, they don't really, because sometimes when you say,
they don't challenge
your whatever you have, but say because your mind is like this. You have a subconscious mind and you have a conscious mind. And when you say something, you are saying it to your subconscious. You are saying it to your conscious mind. You're saying it to your conscious mind until your conscious mind believes that and says, okay, so this is it. We always have money and some to spare. We always have money and some to spare. Say those things. Money comes to me easily and frequently. Money comes to me. I will always say those things.
Whatever I desire.
Until you have convinced the conscious mind. And when the conscious mind, it starts ringing in the conscious mind, automatically the subconscious mind get it, and then boom, before you know it, things are starting to fall into place, and you're like, wow, things are falling into place, because your I am, before anything, the word becomes flesh. Know that the word becomes flesh. So what are your words? What are your affirmations about yourself? What is your conviction? What is your identity? What are your musts?
Another, I know it's a challenging area of life, just like money is. For certain couples, certain people, being able to bear children, to have children. Now, I was saying one time, I've learned that when I had just a brief study at looking at people who are struggling to have kids, majority, not all of them, but the majority of them, they have not created an I am around children. They have not created, they do not spend enough time with kids, other people's kids. Take your relatives' kids, small kids, spend the time, hug them, play with them. Even if some of them are just born a few months from birth, get your awareness around them, motivate your subconscious, inspire something within yourself. We're talking about that and prayer, because I know when I was in the church, a lot of people praying for kids and they never really got kids, majorities of them. And now I understand why, because all we did was just pray and say the problem and not acquaint the subconscious mind with being a parent, being a mom, being a dad, and all those kinds of things. So now I'm now, trying to show you guys how you can change your I am. You change your I am by surrounding yourself with things and people and putting yourself in an environment of what you want to change
until it becomes your identity.
Until it becomes your identity.
To be your identity.
Don't be afraid to hug others, because most people are afraid to take other people's kids because I don't have a child and I don't have experience. Go yourself. In order for you to get a car or a house, the law says you go and acquaint yourself with that car, study the details, know how to change nappies, do all those kinds of things. Now you have changed your I am. You start having dreams about kids as if you were busy with a child, changing, washing that child. Now your I am is changing. And it's going to happen for you. I promise you there will be testimonies. If people can give this a chance, try what we're saying here. There will be testimonies that will come back here and people will tell us what has changed.
So literally, when you want to get something in your life, make sure that you correct your awareness, you correct your conviction, your consciousness, what you believe you must, because when you affirm, you are talking to yourself, you are talking to your own mind. You are convincing your own mind. You are convincing yourself of the good of that desire. You are convincing yourself that I deserve this desire. I am it. I am worthy of it. And before you know it, your mind is gonna believe it. It's gonna start ringing, and then your mind is gonna believe it. So this is something that literally you must affirm to yourself. I am what you say to yourself within yourself. So you need there's an affirmation. I am responsible for my own circumstances. You must affirm that I am responsible for my own circumstances. Your word becomes flesh. Just know, before anything there was word. Even the Bible says that before anything was, there was word. So make sure that your awareness, the things that you believe about yourself, because sometimes you're not going to know the things that you believe about yourself until you are faced with that circumstance, and until you are faced with, with money. Sometimes people, they will get paid, and they are so nervous about getting paid because they believe like that. I'm not good with money. I'm bad with money. I lose money.
I have a lot of money.
And your money will. But there are people who are so confident, man. Hey, those people. They spend money, but they have confidence that I will always have money. I know how to make money. I know how to make money. I'm good at this.
I've worked with a guy who, he always comes up with projects, hundreds of millions. And most of those projects don't succeed, the project, but he always comes out with money.
With money,
The last time I spoke to him, he was dealing with the banks in Pretoria. This is after a project, 2 billion rand that collapsed, here in I don't want to say where, here in the Eastern Cape. And then when I spoke to him on the phone, he was dealing with billions with banks. And I say, back then I said, how does this guy do it? Because he never runs out of money. It doesn't matter what happens with the business deal. Because I am rich. I drive expensive cars. I live in expensive houses. I live a good life. I'm healthy. All those kinds of things. So your I am, guys, is like that glass jar that will mold and shape you. Other people around you might be growing 10 times, 7 times bigger than you. But you are in that jug. But the nice thing about that illustration of that farmer is that you have the power to break that jug.
Yes. And say, you know what? It's time to grow. And the only way you can do that is affirming. Look yourself in the mirror. Write down your I ams and say them. Whatever is a challenge in your life, just say your I am. See yourself. Say I'm worthy. Even if you don't know, just say I am worthy, and look at and see all the circumstances you have. I am worthy for money. I am worthy for love. I am worthy to have kids. I am worthy to have my own house. Man, I am worthy. I am worthy to have a car. I am worthy. Just say that, because most people I know, they don't get things because they do not feel that they are worthy. And that's what you need to affirm yourself from now on. Say that I am worthy. I am worth. And when you deal with money, if you still have triggered that, I don't know how to handle money, I don't know, just say affirmations, and if it's important for you, empower yourself to know more about money, but say affirmation that I'm good with money, I love money, and money loves me, money stays with me. Say those things. And it's very important to affirm yourself. Don't allow those thoughts of lack to just dwell.
Yeah. Don't try to say, rather say the positive you want to say. When you're trying to defeat a negative I am, like I always run out of money.
Yeah.
Don't say I don't run out of money. You still affirm the
you
same
are saying
thing.
the same thing.
Rather say I will always have money to do or buy whatever I desire.
Yeah. Read the comments.
Now, it's very important for us to understand that. Okay, I'm quickly going to briefly go through the comments.
Just going to read the comments because we always forget to
I don't know how far back.
Let's Coach Malebu.
Yeah, Coach Malebu says, pray from a position of power. Know that what you want has already been done. Yeah. And if one wants to continue, the reason, Tina, we chose to say we don't pray, we use, instead of prayer, we use affirmation. Is because in prayer, we didn't have the right to write it down and say what has been premeditated. But affirmation is premeditated prayer. Yes. So it's the same thing, it's prayer, but it's just, like Coach Malebu was saying, pray from a position of power.
Yeah. And stop kneeling, man. Don't kneel.
That's another revelation.
Don't kneel, man. Just stand. Stand, because you are queen and kings. How
can
kings
and fall down?
They don't kneel. Stand.
It was a misunderstanding.
There's something, my love. There's something that happens when someone kneels.
Yeah.
When you kneel, you automatically feel low.
Yes.
Guys, this is psychological, guys. Let's know how our mind works.
You know what I normally say to help those who are still staunch Christians that we used to be. The greatest miracle that Jesus performed, he was standing on his feet, he was looking up. And that was the resurrection of Lazarus.
Yes.
And there's no greater miracle in the Bible that I've seen than the one resurrecting someone from the dead for 4 days, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Now, it means you don't have to be down and out to affirm the most powerful things in your life.
Yeah.
You have to stand on your feet and know who you are.
Yeah.
Other comments are saying powerful, the power of the tongue.
Yeah.
That's very true. That's very true. And then Umpo is saying, praying problems, you are affirming it. Deliverance. So we need to stop praying problems.
Yeah.
Uti Coach Malebu, that's why I love Pastor Creflo Dollar. He said, why are you asking for what has been done already?
Okay, just affirm it, man. Don't ask.
I agree with a lot of what Creflo Dollar teaches about money.
He's good.
Because he comes from a point of saying everything has already been given to you. It's your right to have it. So why ask for it? It's already given. And when you talk about grace now, you are removing that right of having. You're saying I haven't been given yet. But it's already given. It's yours. It's your born, I am in Undazwa says I am enough, I am valuable.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's another important. All of us, I've never met a person who has overdone I am enough.
Yeah.
All of us, we need to say that affirmation. We still do that affirmation.
Yes, I love this comment.
Enough. Umbete Tozama says kings and queens don't kneel.
Do not kneel.
That's very
There's
true.
something when you kneel, automatically you're saying I'm powerless. You're saying I'm powerless. The minute you kneel, you stand. You are a queen. You are king.
Reverend Ike says it's a position to be kicked.
Yes.
And just like Reverend Ike says, I have been kicked so many times. Not be literal, but I've been kicked by a whole lot of things that happened in my life when I used to pray, kneeling. Because it says
something happens in your mind, automatically.
Uviki says, I changed my prayer, my coach, from affirming my problems to thank you, Father, for resolution of what problem of that problem. I pray as if I already done. That is the right way to pray.
Yeah,
that is the right way
when you are praising because it's already done.
Yeah, I'm choosing Coach Malebo. I'm choosing love, ease, wealth, prosperity, money. Those are the things we should affirm, guys. Thanks, Coach Malebo. Undazwa says stop praying problems. Stop praying problems.
And Undazwa was
Undazwa yes. And then thanks, Eno, and Utozama say I'm choosing to be successful in life. And I like this. I like this statement. Your I am determines what you choose to be in life. Your I am is your choice of what you choose to be. And guys, when you start practicing this, you've got your current I ams, which are negative, that have not been serving you well. We're not saying it's going to feel natural. When you start saying it, like my wife was saying, it's going to feel kind of challenging. So try to associate it with things that are usual to you. Try not to challenge it, because the subconscious mind is very powerful, guys. When you go against it and you resist it, sometimes it closes down. So you say affirmations like my life was saying,
by day and by night, I am being prospered in all of my interests. Just say that.
And it's not challenging any of your career. Because now it's telling of a process that is happening.
Yes, that is happening. By day, by night, I'm being prospered in all of my interests. Everybody, every situation is prospering me now. As I said, please watch my Tuesday live. Every situation is a golden link to the chain of your good. Just know that things are working for my good. Things are working out. All is well. Everything is working out for my good. Just say your affirmation. It's so important. We can't read all the comments, guys, because the time. But
let me read the last one. Let me read Coach Mpo Makoba's. She says, I adopted the wrong way of praying. I take responsibility and choose again to pray with victory. I am God, the daughter of the Most High. That is powerful.
It's so
a choice to
important.
Choose your I am. A choice to choose the way you pray. And I like Vivian's comment, I am a millionaire. That's one of my favorites. I am a millionaire.
And say it until you're not shocked. Because sometimes people, they are so scared to say I'm a millionaire. Say it until it's natural. It's like you're saying your name.
Say it in the shower. That's one trick I normally give my people. I say, some of the things you say while the water is flowing over your head, there's a certain something that happens to me, and what my love, what you said earlier about people coming from broken families, another important, and problematic area in life. People who come from parents who divorced and all that. You need to understand your I am is still what you saw growing up. To change it, you say, I am a wonderful husband. I am a wonderful wife. I'm a wonderful mother. I'm a wonderful father. You keep affirming yourself that I am, and you start seeing yourself. And when you say it, try to think about all the positive things about you personally. Don't think anything else except positive things. And you're changing that. In that way, you're changing your I am about yourself.
Read this last one.
Okay. Ujabu Matendra says, usually when I am saying it's God's grace, I'm talking about God within me, because I know I am God and God lives within me. So I have power within me. Just to understand that power by activating it.
Yes, because that thing of feeling like you are praying from God in the sky, just understand that God is within you, right, guys? So please say your affirmation. Make sure that a day does not end without even record yourself saying your affirmation. They must ring in your head, because that will become your opinion of yourself. We must end with that. For your conviction of yourself, your opinion will determine your expression in life. Just know that what is your convictions? What are your convictions of yourself?
To touch on the expression, my love, we don't act on anything we don't believe about ourselves.
Okay.
That is our expression in life. We don't express ourselves in life. If you don't believe you're not going to get the job interview, you're not going to be as prepared, you're not going to be on time, you're not going to be looking up to it. Every time you think about it, you freak out, you're afraid. But your expression in life, so what you need to change is not the interview, is you need to change your beliefs about yourself. You change your beliefs about yourself, you start expressing yourself better.
Yeah.
So that's your expression. I like that last statement.
Yeah, I love
your
that.
expression about yourself is determined by your I am, your awareness of being.
Yeah. So just make sure that your convictions and your opinions about yourself, and guys, don't think you are making God less when you are empowering yourself. Ne? Please don't think. Just know that because we grew up in different difficult circumstances. You know, we have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten that God lives within us. We've forgotten that we have the power and within us.
To make it worse, my love, those of us who grew up in Christian families, there have been teachings from the Bible that says, think of yourself as nothing. See yourself as nothing. You know, those verses, I normally don't even want them said around my children. I take my kids away from environments where people are going to talk like that, because I grew up with such a low self-esteem for the longest time of my life. And I was with great abilities and talents, but I didn't see myself that way because I was affirmed to see myself as nothing. And it goes on and say, the one who's going to stand in the mountain of the Lord is the one who sees himself as nothing and useless. And it's a lie. It's a blatant lie, guys. I don't care who wrote it. I don't care who said it. But whenever you see yourself as nothing, your I am is low, and your expression of yourself to the world becomes nothing.
Don't read other verses, guys. Don't read them, even they are in the Bible. Just don't read them.
Be careful, guys, what you affirm. Be careful.
Because
I know a few people, including my parents. Sometimes I look at my dad, I say he's a great man, but he has affirmed this verse. He struggles in areas that I know he's quite excellent, but he doesn't see himself in that.
Because he approaches everything with, I must be small.
He doesn't see himself in that.
I was never good with that. I stand tall. I was never good with feeling small, because that's what happens. It's the doctrine of it all. You must feel small. No, be what you are. Be what you are.
I am God. When the statement you started with, I think I'm dragging it further. You were about to close it, but the statement you started with about Moses, it gets quite interesting.
Let me read it so that Moses said, "I am who I am. I am has sent me."
I am who I am. So what God, because the Israelites were like sitting waiting for salvation.
They were waiting for God
40 years. They were sitting there waiting for salvation, and then Moses came there and he says, "I am has sent me." They expected him to tell them a big, beautiful name and description of who this God is. He just say, "I am has sent."
And you know your identity. You know your identity. You remember when these guys they went to spy on the land.
Yes.
Joshua uyayazi iBhayibhile mina uJoshua uJoshua no Caleb, they came saying, "No, we can take it, man. That land is good. It's ours. We can take it." But the 10 people, they were like, man, we are small. That was their I am. Their I am was that I'm small.
That I am, this is very powerful, what you're bringing now, my love. Because I am Yako, in spite of what is happening around you and the people around you are suffering from this thing, if your I am is above that situation, you will pull through.
Yes.
Don't worry about the COVID. Don't worry about anything. Just define your I am. People might have COVID around you in the office or anyone. I'm not saying be careless. Practice what is right. We say mask, stay indoors and do that. But keep your I am above the pandemic.
And
because, sorry, my love, because Joshua and Caleb, I am about defined that they will enter the promised land.
Yes.
The 10 spies and their families never made it to the promised land. The same promised land. Joshua and them were around these guys. These guys died around Joshua and them. Joshua was alive. Joshua and Caleb were still strong men after so many years having conquered. They possessed the land because the I am said, "We are worthy. It has been given to us. I am a land owner." That was their The other guy said, "I am like a grasshopper," and they seem so big. we cannot take this land.
Yeah. So whatever you affirm for yourself, you will experience, because as much as the other guys said, the 10 guys, they were saying, no, we're not going, and they didn't. It was true for them. That opinion of themselves was true for them.
We don't argue with people's I am. We just change our own I am.
Yeah, let other people believe their I ams, but when I hold your I am, because the guy stand, that guy, man, Lona, who was there was famine, there was famine Kokuland, and he was like, this will never, a prophet was said that by today.
Yeah, that was Elisha.
Yeah, say it, Elisha. Because we are yes.
Yeah, he said, tomorrow, this time, food will be so cheap, everything will be in excess in this land. Tomorrow, this time. And one guy was sitting next to the king of Israel. He said, that guy boldly, even if God can open the doors of heaven so wide and pours down grain and wheat, mealies, food, it can never get to the level that you are saying.
Yeah.
Then the prophet said to the sky, what you're saying will be true for you.
Okay.
What I'm saying is true for everyone who believes it, but what you are saying will be true for you. And you will see it, but you will not benefit from it.
Okay, sure.
So what happened the next day? The 4 lepers, that same time that the prophet was saying that, there were 4 lepers standing outside, because the nation of Israel was surrounded by armies that were coming against them. Now, everyone was hungry in there. They closed the supply of water, the supply of food, so people were hungry. Now, the 4 lepers were put outside because they could not be put amongst people. They're going to contaminate, it's going to spread. So these 4 guys decided, we're either going to sit here and die. If we go inside, the soldiers that are put in by the king of Israel at the gate will kill us. If we go to the enemies, they might kill us. So what are we going to do? Let's move. Let's go to because the people in there, it's important. This is another important thing when you take your action, guys.
Yeah.
If we go inside the house of Israel, we'll get killed. But we know those people are as hungry as we are.
Yeah.
Why go to the poor when you are poor and you're looking for wealth? Mm-hmm. Why define your I am with poor people, associate yourself with poor people? The best thing you can do for poor people is stay away from them and become rich. Yeah. You can't help them by becoming poor and amongst them. So they chose to go to the soldiers that were around because they knew there's plenty there.
Yeah.
When they took the steps, those guys had somehow a belief. Because now, when you move in alignment with what you want in your subconscious, guys, is connected to the superconscious, which is connected to the universe.
Yeah.
And that moves people on your behalf. You don't have to control. So those people were moved by the universe.
Yeah.
They started thinking and believing the king of Israel has gathered armies, he has sent, he's got other countries to come against us, let's run. So they ran. Long story short, when they got there, they found food, they found horses, that's your Bentleys, your Rolls Royces. Yeah. They found weapons there. They found amazing things. They found everything in abundance, guys. And then they ate when they were full. One of them said, we're doing evil here. Yeah. Our brothers and sisters in there, never mind, they chased us out. Yeah. But they are hungry. Let's go tell them. So they went back long and short. They told the king. It got to the king. Now what the king did, after they went and gathered all the food, they put it in one store. And it was being ready now to be dispersed to the people in packages for food. They put that man that said, this is not possible. Whose I am was, I cannot have a change in my life. You must be careful when you stick around people whose I ams are so strong and negative.
Yeah.
Stay away from those people. Yeah. Power of association. They put that man at the gate. The king put that man at the gate. And that man was trampled on by the people because the people were so hungry. They pushed him over. They wanted to get the food parcels so quick. He died according to his I am. Yeah. Most people will say, Prophet Elisha, that's what I used to believe when I was a Christian, reading the Bible with not much insight that I have now about the laws of the universe. The prophet did not curse that man. No one can curse your I am.
No.
No one can put a curse on you.
He cursed himself by saying it's impossible. Cursed himself.
The prophet just walked along with him. He said, your I am will be true for you, but mine will be true for me.
You know, so guys,
so that man died.
Say your I am, even if it's in famine. When you feel like people are losing jobs, people are running out of money, people are doing this, you know, people are getting divorced. But say your I am, because your I am will manifest in spite of the famine. It will manifest just like that guy. Your I am will manifest, and just know take the steps, just like those people with those four with leopards. They took steps and said, "I so fella up." They took step, and then they went. Go to the banks. Go do interviews.
Make yourself look like a fool. When you take inspired action that we spoke about in the past, you make yourself look like a fool. Like I did when we got our nice party. I went there with no pay slip. I went there. But instead of becoming a fool, I became the smartest. I got what I came there for.
Yes. Take steps, because your steps will feel to the people. It will feel like giant steps.
Yeah, like those leopards.
It will feel like God will make your steps to feel like it's an army. It's an army. Just know that when your steps are an army, man. Just know that when you step, it feels like an army. You are breaking boundaries. Because you are moving with
inspiration. You are in alignment. You are in good vibration of what you want, and your I am. Because sometimes we work on our alignment, work on our vibration, but our I ams will hinder the things. That's why you will attract something and it will come and it will not be quite what you want, because your I am has defined that thing. I've gotten things that sometimes come and I find it's a bit meager than what I had thought. It's because my I am was
your I am says, I cannot have $1 million. I will have,
I will have like 750,000.
And then
it will come. 750.
So make sure what this guy says about a man that can lead. Tell them who you are, the one who knows it. If a man is able to lead.
He says, this wise guy says, if a man has got an ability to lead 100 and you give him 1,000, 900 will go. Because his I am is 100. I can only lead 100 people. But if you take a man with an ability to lead 1,000, and you give him 100, 900 will come. Because his I am says, I am a leader of 1,000. So I cannot be leading this. This is mega. So, and it's important, my love, to use this principle, even when you are living in a mega form. When you don't have enough money, when you're not driving what you want to drive. I use that all the time. I say, in this area of my life, I'm not driving what I'd like to drive. But I walk as if I'm walking to my Bentley. I walk from a mega car like I'm walking to I feel like it because I know it has worked in other things. It's going to work on this particular thing too. So it's important to define your I am to be a man of 1,000. Not 100. Because even if you get the 1,000,
you will lose.
You will lose the 900.
So if you are a person of thousands, even if you are given $1 million, it has to go that $1 million, because it's not your identity. It's not your identity. It's not whether you're gonna spend it, whether you're gonna give it to people, but that it needs to go until you are in that 500,000. You're like, okay, no, at least I can relate. But if you are given like 100 and you are a million person, you will attract the other. You will attract that amount, because that is your identity. That is your I am. So just know that I am is your awareness. Your I am is your awareness, and just keep saying your I ams, keep elevating them, keep telling yourself those stories until you believe them. Anyway, guys, thank you. It was
fun, guys.
It was very fun.
Interesting.
Thank you guys for your comments. We love them. I always read them after. Thank you, guys. And just know that keep taking those inspired action, and keep saying your I am. And just know that your mindset here won't just transform overnight, because all this time you were thinking this way, you were thinking a wrong way. So now just be patient with yourself, but keep doing these things, And don't
You'll never lose with the stuff.
Just know that just keep doing these things that I say here. Keep coming and keep reading the books that I refer you to, because now your mindset is gonna shift, and literally when your mindset shifts, you're gonna see miracles in your life. You're gonna see magic. You're gonna see aha moments. You're gonna be like, you're gonna see your life literally change. Anyway, thank you guys. The program is still available. I've stopped. It's not a program anymore. I've made it in a community, because I feel like when you say a program, it's like it's a hard mindset. Like I have to. But when you say it's a community, it's a place where you learn. It's a place where you transform. So you can join anytime. Like if you've joined on the 15th, your subscription will end on the 15th of the other month. It's a I've made it a continual program. I've made it because I don't want anyone to feel like I need to join now. And join when you are able to join, but just know that it's a community. It's where you're gonna learn. It's just like DSTV. So just subscribe. It's like DSTV. Whenever time, I don't want the hard spirit, because that's not where I am. I'm not in the competition spirit. So the program is there. It's very good, and I'm slowly. I want to change. The people that joined. I want literally to transform their lives by changing their mindset, changing their expectation. Like even small things that we do, guys, they will change when you start changing your mindset. Anyway, thank you so much for staying. We love you. We enjoy this so much. Have a wonderful week. Bye.